Hey guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay today. Yes, as you read by today's title, we have a different Dead by Daylight video. Today, I'll be doing Trickster versus Legion and who is stronger. As you read by today's title, I'll be giving all my thoughts and opinions as well, because these will be opinionated, like who I think is stronger, and I'll be breaking down why I think which character is stronger. So yeah, I've randomly made this video because I had a debate with someone in the comments, a fan of this channel, a very chill person, and I felt like making a video on it. Just in general, I actually might make this like a news series of like this killer versus this killer. For example, Ray versus Ghostface, or Pig versus Ghostface as well. Different kind of videos, because this should be interesting. So as you can see on the screen, I have both gameplay of Trickster and Legion. Now I'll not be counting this gameplay as who is stronger. This is just for entertainment purposes, because it's the most logical to put two gameplays of the killers I'm discussing. It'd be weird if I just put like a whole black screen or just one full screen of one killer when I'm discussing about both. So I thought, why not do half screen of one killer and the other. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the gameplay of that. Let's get into it. So first of all, I'll be breaking down the 1v1 aspect of the killers. So let's break down whose 1v1 is better, Legions or Tricksters. I know this may be a weird way to like see who's stronger, but a lot of killers can win off strong 1v1s. So Trickster has a stronger 1v1 than Legion, 100%. I mean, it's obvious. You can throw shit at survivors from distance. Legion cannot. Legion can only frenzy. I mean, it's not 1v1. You can use shit for Legion like iridescent button to help, but that's, as I said, that's an add-on. Trickster's base power is always going to be better at 1v1 than a Legion. Yeah, so Trickster has better 1v1 than Legion ever will. Fair enough. So that's already 1 point in that sense to Trickster. Trickster always had better 1v1. It's just common sense. Of course he would. But like the 1v1 in this game isn't too important. I mean, it's evident. Like you could do a 10-second chase of Huntress a lot of the times in a match, but gens will still fly. So it's proof in this game at the high level I'm talking about. Like a lot of 1v1s, quick 1v1s don't really matter in the game. You can still lose massively. It's about map pressure. Now I'm not saying that either of these killers are strong, Legion or Trickster, they're really not. But I personally feel that Legion has way more map pressure, since Legion can frenzy. I mean, Trickster can't run, Legion can. So Legion can pressure survivors more than Trickster can ever. I mean, you can injure multiple survivors at once. Trickster cannot do that. And Legion can run. So in that sense, Legion can pressure survivors and pressure the map way more. He can run to gens with your frenzy. But it doesn't mean Legion's map pressure is strong. It's just Legion will always have way more map pressure than Trickster ever will. If you think of it, it doesn't mean Legion's map pressure is good. It just means Legion will always have better map pressure than Trickster. And obviously, if you can run around injure survivors at once, guaranteed, Trickster cannot do that unless all the survivors are like next to each other. But Legion can actually run to them, and Legion has add-ons to help him as well. As I said again. Now Trickster's add-ons are only based on 1v1. There's no add-ons for him to gain any extra speed to map pressure. With Legion, there is. I mean, Legion can have add-ons that help him frenzy longer. I mean, that's already better map pressure. Yeah, there's not too much 1v1 for Legion's add-ons, because Legion's not an anti-loop. Well, I'm not saying Trickster's an anti-loop, but Trickster's way more of an anti-loop than Legion. But both of these killers, as you can see, have their own weaknesses and strengths. Legion's weaknesses is 1v1, Trickster's weaknesses is map pressure. Both of these killers in multiple ways lack map pressure compared to other killers like Nurse, Spirit, fucking Doctor. No, not Doctor, who has really good map pressure. Maybe Pyramid Head? I don't know. Just, there's obviously way better killers than fucking these two in the game. Way better killers. Like Wraith, for example. Like Wraith makes these two killers look like shit, obviously. But yeah, I'm not saying just because Legion has better map pressure than Trickster, it doesn't mean I'm saying fucking Legion's strong. No, Legion's still weak. So Legion has a better map pressure than Trickster, so that means Trickster's gonna have the better end game play than Legion, my bad. But Legion's gonna have the better start play. Now, in my opinion, killers who have a better start is most guaranteed to win. Because if you have a shit start, then all the gens are gonna pop. And if you have a good ending, that's not really guaranteed a win, because you're still relying on the ending, and you're at least probably going to get 2 people. That's why having a better start as killer is way more less detrimental than having a shit start. Because we all know if you have a shit start as killer, them gens are going to be flying, and at the end you're going to have to rely on slugging. Without the start pressure, you're going to get lots of hooks, and it doesn't really matter what happens there on, because you're probably going to get at least a 1k before 2 gens pop if you have a really good start. Now let's speak about the highest level against these 2 killers. So the highest level against Legion's shit, obviously. I mean, that's the same with most killers except from Spirit and Nurse, and maybe Wraith. But honestly, the top percent, or just a regular sweaty squad, it doesn't have to be a survivor friends, just a good survivors against Legion. Legion's power is useless. I mean, think of it. If no one heals against your power Legion, what do you have? You have nothing. They can still pressure all your gens. The only reason why Legion is considered a bit strong, because most of the time you're going to go against survivors who always consistently heal. You're not always going to go against that fucking meta squad. That's why I'm not basing who's the strongest of meta squads. I'm basing it off in general of the teams you're most likely going to go against. So you're most probably going to go against average teams who just always heal against Legion. Even at the high level, by the way, yes, the higher ranks, which I fucking play at. Trust me, look at my other videos from a year ago. I've been playing at the higher ranks for a long time. I have 4,500 hours in this game. So I understand a bit about this game and a bit about killer, obviously. But yeah, Legion's power is useless against squad squads. They can just heal. But against regular teams, Legion can somewhat win because they always heal, so you always have your power back, and they waste time not doing gens by healing, etc, etc. With Trickster against the sweat squads, I mean, as I said, 1v1 doesn't really matter against top percent teams as by Huntress, and they're obviously gonna fucking pressure your gens because lack of pressure. So looking at it logically and rationally, logical and rational thinking, Legion is stronger than Trickster. Both of these are shit, but Legion will always be stronger. I mean, Legion has better start of the map pressure, obviously Frenzian, and Legion can pressure survivors way more because you're most probably going to go against average teams. So let's talk about average teams. So average team against Trickster, maybe a 3k. Average team against Legion, 3k or 4k, because they're always going to heal, and that's by slugging as well. That's just like, yeah, I don't know. I think Trickster against an average team at the red ranks, probably a 2k or even a 1k. I'm not even kidding, or maybe that 4k. With Legion, most probably a 3k most of the times, not 4k. But that's the thing. Yeah, Legion is better against average survivors than Trickster, obviously, because they make Legion's power somewhat useful. Trickster's power is always going to be the same no matter what squad, because in that sense, Trickster's power can never be useless like Legion's. But most of the time, Legion's power is always going to be way more useful because you're not always going to go against that meta squad. And I'm not basing who's stronger off the meta squad, because any killer except from Nurse, Spirit or Wraith, in my opinion, is shit. I mean, face it, they are shit. Because the game's not balanced for that kind of shit. So I'm only balancing it off decent squads. Because Legion's power is most of the time way more effective than Trickster's will ever be. Both bad killers, obviously, both need massive buffs, definitely. But yeah, I personally think Legion's better. Like, there's no way I can say, oh, Trickster's better, because Legion will always have that bigger map pressure. Not good map pressure, bigger map pressure than Trickster. Just my opinion. Hope you guys can respect that. If you want to, feel free to debate in the comment section below. I would love to. This is very interesting. Yeah, I love debating about Legion. It's really fun. I don't think both killers are even viable at all, if you think on this. Yeah, both really weak killers. That's why I made this video prior, like the video the other day where I said Legion is not the worst. This is kind of like a sequel to that. Because I don't think Legion's the worst, I don't think Trickster's the worst, I don't think any killer in this game is the worst. As I said, what are your opinions? I'd love to know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.